hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Yam, thank you for being first. And thank you for subscribing with your Prime. You only get one of those. I'm glad you decided to spend it here. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Yam. How is everybody doing today on this Tuesday? I'm feeling loads better. I told you guys, right? The side of my mouth, like my tooth feels like my jaw, maybe it's not my tooth, but like my jaw felt really weird yesterday. And it was like growing increasingly painful. But then I was like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna take some Advil and maybe it'll feel better. And it's been feeling better today. Still slightly sore, maybe like a little bit painful, but not bad enough that it is like a concern for me. And then, oh my gosh, so quick, but apparently my blood test, like the results are in already. So I'm wondering, my doctor's appointment isn't for like another 2 weeks, but I'm wondering if I should like move it up, cause like, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can log into if I can log into this thing. Access my chart. Let me log in. Give me my details. I just want to see what my blood tests reveal. Because I got the text this morning and I was like, what, already? Let's see. What do we have? Is it under test results? You guys can't see, but I can see. So, just bear with me while I share my results with you verbally. Okay, we have our comprehensive metabolic panel. And if I view trends, my glucose is irregular. I guess I can see all of them. Oh, okay, cool. Let me just check all of these so I can... Okay, so glucose is in normal ranges. BUN, whatever that means, I don't know, is a normal range. Creatinine, normal ranges. EGFR, I don't know what that means, but normal value is greater than 59. Okay, it is normal. My creatine to BUN ratio, normal. Sodium, normal. Potassium, normal. Chloride, normal. Carbon dioxide, normal. Calcium levels, also normal. Let me see the other results. Protein, normal. Albumin, normal. Globulin, also normal. Bilirubin, normal. It's basically the same. Alk-Phos, no idea what that means, but normal. AST, SGOT, normal. ALT, whatever ALT means. Normal, I guess a little higher than before. You know, actually, this might be the ALT, SGPT. This might be related to my liver. Because it was elevated last time it was measured. So, it measures the alanine aminotransferase, an enzyme primarily found in the liver to detect liver damage or disease. Okay. I guess it was high. So high levels indicate liver injury, inflammation, or irritation. Hold on, is the music too loud? Maybe just a little. So last year when I was having weird blood pressure issues, what was it at? It was at 49 U over L. Units per liter? I don't know. So 49 is like may indicate early or resolving liver disease. Okay, so now it is down to 24 units per liter, which is good, I think. Let's see. What about my lipid panel? Because I also got tested for my lipids. Okay. Cholesterol seems to be down, but also I'm taking medication for that. Triglycerides also down. HDL cholesterol. Is that good or bad? HDL cholesterol. Good or... I like how people have searched this up. Good or bad? It is high density lipoprotein, also known as good cholesterol. It helps remove excess cholesterol from your bloodstream, transporting it to the liver to be flushed out. High HDL levels generally protect against heart disease and stroke, unlike LDL, which causes buildup in arteries. So my HDL is at 49 milligrams per something DL. Is that deciliter? That doesn't sound like... I don't think deciliter is a... What is DL? The frick is a... What's a unit of measure for DL? What is mg over DL? Milligrams per deciliter, not deciliter. Deciliter. I see. There's only so many units there can be. VLDL cholesterol. It's down. LDL calculated is right on the cusp of high normal. I don't know, you guys. I guess we're trending in the right direction. But I guess I'll need to see my doctor. And then I'm gonna bully my doctor and be like, if you don't prescribe me weight loss medication, I'm gonna take it from a random website. And if I get sick, then it's your fault. Because I've been eating well and haven't been losing weight anymore. So something is up. And I'm like, is it hormones? I don't know. Anyways, that will be in hold on. I gotta check my calendar. When is my doctor's appointment? Doctor's appointment is on Thursday. And then, oh my gosh, what was someone wanted to do something on the 18th or 19th with me. I don't remember. Someone wanted to do something with me on the 18th. Oh, it was Shadowfang group and my a friend who wants to practice Japanese. Okay, I gotta remember that because I gotta get back to them. Because I am free those days, but gosh, I just... Not to sound like I'm ungrateful. Not to sound like I'm ungrateful for all the friendships that is happening. However, there's just been a lot of events that are coming up that my friends, would like to do with me. And I have to like be careful too, because like I have to spend money on tickets and things like that. So I have a picnic on Saturday with Han. I'm going to a Chinese restaurant on Sunday with Ever and Miku. The week after I'm like streaming. So like this weekend I won't be streaming. And then next weekend I'll be streaming again. And then the weekend after is gonna be Final Fantasy Fan Fest. So I got tickets for that and I'm gonna go with my friends. And then the week after that, I'm going to a Square Enix concert with Han. And then the day after that, I'm going to a Renaissance fair. And then the week after that, I have a musical that I'm going to with Yam and Han. I have like one free weekend in April. And even then, it's not really free because I'll be streaming with friends. I don't consider a weekend free unless like I'm streaming by myself doing nothing except streaming. You know what I mean? Like aside from my regular schedule. If it deviates from my regular schedule, it's not a free weekend. So like I'm looking at my schedule and I'm like, should I hold off on, you know, but then like I lose some stream days, so I'm like, I don't want to cancel stream. But then also having these things means that I have less time to record and edit. So I'm like, I definitely need to be more organized with my time. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just stay on top of things, I guess. Anyways, and then quick thing, tomorrow, this is the first time I'm saying it, but if you guys don't know, we've raided into him a couple times. Nightside, is it Nightside Gaming or Nightside? Let me look. I can't recall his full name on Twitch. I never remember. It's just Nightside. But it's Phil. He's the streamer that we've raided into that plays like Monster Hunter, and we've also seen him play, I believe, like Baldur's Gate. Tomorrow after stream, so I'm not going to do it during stream, but after stream I will be playing some Monster Hunter with Phil, and I think Chromunus is going to be joining us. So if you guys want to hang out, I will be there after stream on Wednesday, which means I need to get all my work scheduled and figured out tonight, which will be which will definitely be a challenge. I have to stay on track, on topic. I got lots of things to do. And then I need a reminder of, like, gosh, there's just so many things that are, like, why does everything happen in April? Can I I just have a question. Why do so many things start cropping up in April? Like, is April when everyone starts popping their head out of the dirt and it's just like Groundhog Day or something? Not joining after stream. Huh. I'm Duo and I'm gonna pout and I don't want to join you after stream. Not even if you're gonna be playing with the boy. Hi Duo, welcome and thank you for the stream streak. We should probably start up the game. Let me turn my time on. Turn this off. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I recorded an audition for a game, and I'm hoping that I don't know. I'm hoping that I make it in the top 10. Who knows? I don't, but you know, wish me luck, you guys. I hope I make it into like the top 10 maybe. I don't know. There's so many talented voice actors out there. I don't know, you guys. But yeah, that was basically my little day. I woke up, drove into work. I hate driving into work. I hate driving into the office. I hate that that's a thing that we have to do now. And it sucks because, like, I can tell the parking lot in our office gets emptier and emptier as the weeks go by. And, like, of course, something is to be said about, you know, like, the ebb and flow of business, right? Like, sometimes that's just what happens. But other times it's like, ooh, it's a sign of... It's definitely a sign of the times, you know? People are losing their jobs. People are quitting because, like, their jobs aren't... we haven't even heard about, like, our yearly bonuses or raises. I'm, like, 90% sure we're not getting our yearly bonus, first of all. And I don't even know if our company is going to be doing, like, a cost of living adjustment for our salaries. So, you know, everything is more expensive and we have less money to spend to buy those things. It's fantastic. That's super sad. I know, right? It's so sad. But what can we do? You know? When the world is like this. Oops. But, oh my gosh, you guys. I finally finished watching, Exchange. I also learned it's called Transit Love. Like, the title of the show is also translated to Transit Love. And I thought that was really interesting, but, God. I literally could not stop. Like, I was like, I have more important things to be doing, but I really want to know what happens in this, like, reality TV show, you know? So for the past 2 weeks, I've literally been watching it every chance I get to freaking see what happens next. The couples that I thought would get together did get together in the end, but God, there's this one couple that, like, I definitely think they dated when they were young and they were, I think, each other's first loves. And it's the girl that, like, ended up being introduced as having 2 exes on the show. So 2 of her exes actually agreed to come on the show with her. So there was 1 extra man in the group of cast members. And totally fine, right? For her to have 2 exes. I think the problem was, though, that, like, it was really sad because you could tell she never really got over, I think, her very first, or maybe, like, her first impactful, like, young love. And this was the boyfriend that, when he went to the military, he wrote her a letter every day. And when they talked about their relationship, it was like, they fought a lot. And, like, they would break up, get together again, break up, get together again. So, obviously, both of them were very opinionated. But there was also, like, a lot of love there, I guess. How did he F up the relationship? They just fought a lot over, like, stupid, silly things, I guess. Hello, Chrono, welcome in. Either she's good at maintaining relationships to have 2 exes who want to come on the show, or she just dates people who want to be on TV. I think it's both, right? Because, like, she's very pretty, I will say. Like, everybody on the show was insanely gorgeous, right? But also, like, a step above, like, I think, compared to a lot of the women on the show, she was very beautiful. Like, for God's sake, she's a flight attendant in Korea. Like, it is very difficult to become a flight attendant in, like, an East Asian country. You have to be so pretty And you also have to be highly qualified. I want to see a show like that where everyone is 5 and below. They should call it 5 and below. Shut the fuck up, duo. What are we talking about? We're talking about a show called Exchange that I just finished watching. I believe it's also called Transit Love. I watched the 4th season. It would be such a great show. What do you mean? I think people only like watching shows like that because the people are beautiful. You know? It's almost like, so beautiful people also have problems of heartbreak and, you know, unrequited love. But, so I have to say, that relationship with her first love, near the end, he was like, I think the way he worded it was like, he had a lot of regret over, I guess, hurting her. And, because they were both kind of immature, with their relationship and how they dealt with, you know, issues in their relationship, because they would argue a lot. So at the end, I think, like, so her second boyfriend, who she dated after him, was a much more mature man, and they had a much more mature relationship, I guess. Like, he even brought up, like, the whole issue of marriage, and he was finally ready to marry her. And I think that's maybe, like, one of the reasons why her second boyfriend broke up, because, like, they were having differences in opinion of things like marriage. But as a way to kind of convince her to reunite with him, right, he was like, you know, I'm finally ready for marriage, and I wouldn't have come on the show and, like, tried so hard to reunite with you if I wasn't, you know, prepared to marry you. So she had a lot to think about. And, like, despite all that, despite the realities of, you know, like, going on a dating show and all this stuff, like, she still was very much like wanting to get back with her very first boyfriend. And he also was, like, I think of the same mind, of similar mindsets. But it was also interesting because, it was also interesting because the way that, like, they would talk to each other almost felt like they were reverting back to their old dynamics of, like, when they were in their early 20s. To the point where the guy was even like, let's never meet again in this lifetime. And, like, in the next lifetime, you know, I'll be reborn as you and you'll be reborn as me, and we'll find each other again. Because I think, you know what it is, I think sometimes relationships like that, where it feels like it's like your first love kind of situation, are so painful, like, that it's so painful that it didn't work out, you know? And you don't want, like, I almost think they didn't want to get back together, or at least, like, the guy, because I think the girl, she was definitely, like, if he said yes, she would have said yes. But I think he realized that if they got back together, like, they never really resolved the differences of, like, when they were young and, you know, why they fought so often. Because they both have really strong personalities and they're both kind of stubborn, you know? And so I think he realized if they got back together, it would just be, like, them fighting again. And any memory of, like, a good relationship would have been basically overwritten by current bad memories of them, you know, constantly fighting. So I think that's why in the end he was basically like, let's not meet in this life and let's meet again in our next one. And he ended up choosing, like, which one of the girls, which I thought was, like, honestly, I thought she was the cutest. She was so bright, like, personality wise. She was really pretty too. And she was just really, like, cheery, and, like, her presence was definitely felt before she was seen when she walked into a room. In my opinion, she was my favorite of, like, everybody in the show. I think Duo's idea is just Jerry Springer. Yes, princess, we beautiful people are human too. I'm not a beautiful human. I'm just an average human. Maybe a less than average human. Kinky reincarnation play? I don't think so. Hi, Sun. Welcome in. Hello, Ash. Welcome in. But yeah, I had a fun time watching that. The other couple that I was like really curious about was the 9-year relationship that had broken up. The guy in that relationship actually fell for the flight attendant girl. And he ended up not choosing to reunite with his 9-year girlfriend because I think he just really connected with flight attendant girl more. But yeah, it was just very, I love watching dating shows. I love like reality TV dating shows because I think it shows, especially like the Korean ones, because it really shows like the human dynamics between people and how they interact. And there's something about watching people who are attracted to each other navigate that, you know? I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. Is something wrong with me? I like shows like 90 Day Fiancé because I enjoy seeing horrible people get together. I don't like seeing horrible people on TV shows. I prefer watching more like level-headed people, you know? I think it's much more interesting that way. So I finished watching that, and then literally today, on my YouTube recommendation during work, because I have YouTube kind of just playing on the background when I'm working. Oops. I had a Korean reality TV show called MBTI recommended to me. And it's not a dating show. It's just getting all 16 MBTI types together and giving them some challenges, like put together a Christmas tree or share your talents with everyone, you know, like small things like that. And it's very interesting to see how each personality type is represented and how they act and behave with each other. I have been really enjoying that, and it's real short. I think it's only like 5 episodes long. But I'm hoping to finish it maybe tomorrow because I'm on episode like 3 already. What's everybody's MBTI? I'm curious. I'm slowly learning like the differences between the different types, because I mean I kind of knew, but watching this show and having it explained to me makes it a little bit clearer. Have you finished? How dare you? No, because I only watched that with Ever, because Ever's the one who has the IT subscription, and we can't watch it because our friend Miku hasn't been available. I'm only watching it when Miku and Ever are available. I'm not gonna make Ever watch it for a 3rd or 5th time, just me and her, and then have Miku watch it with her as well a 6th time. I can't do that to my best friend. So Miku was not available on Sunday after our regular movie night, so I did not continue watching How Dare You. I want to watch a couple balance a budget together. That seems kind of boring. What do you mean balance a budget together? Yours? What about mine? I want to see them fight! Oh my gosh, fight over a budget? What's there to fight about? A budget is just realistically putting down how much you make and how much you spend in a month, no? Is that a cause for dispute? For conflict? INTP. So I guess... Okay, so here's what I've learned. The S is much more like firmly grounded in like concrete ideas versus N, which is more like abstract, big picture. T is much more logical, while F are more emotional. I don't know about P and J. P is perceiving, J is judging, I think. I guess, is it just like a matter of how meticulous you are? It's because you go through all the expenses. It will show how secure a relationship is. I see. I saw your nails and glasses accessory. You're definitely not average. What do you mean? Just because I like a little bling bling and long nails? You don't think I'm average? I don't know, but Jays seem much more decisive. Ah, I see. Okay. I have heard Jays are much more, like, tidy. I don't know if that, like, is particularly true, but I've heard Jays are more tidy. P seems to want to leave its options open. I see. You know, that does make sense. Oh! That's okay. Tiny, tidy, tidy, tidy. Neat and tidy. But, yeah, I'm curious. So INT, do you think, Chrono, do you think that you fit the archetype of an INTP? Oh, Eclipse is also ENFP. Yeah, you're just like me, Eclipsed. Neeps and tattoos, what's that? I have no idea. Do you think that you fit the archetype of, what are we? The campaigner? Is that what we are? Like, I don't know what it is. I really love ENFPs. Like, ENFPs are some of the brightest people, bright as in personality wise. I'm sure they're also smart and intelligent, but I feel like ENFPs are some of the like most cheerful people that you will ever meet. And the girl that I was watching in exchange, Yoon Young, she's an ENFP as well, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love her whole like vibrant personality. And I was like, she's definitely ENFP, because like really extroverted, always smiling, you know, always cheerful. I'm an engineer, so yeah. Hello Dio, welcome in. How are you? Kinda, yeah. Chrono also says yes to his. Let me see. What do they classify the INTP as? And I think it was so funny because in the first episode of the show, they grouped the introverts into one INTP is the inventor. Oh, I see. That's hilarious. Ah, that's actually exactly what you are. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man. Okay. No, but they grouped up all of the they grouped up all of the introverts on one side and extroverts on the other side. And when you watch the episode, the difference between how all of the introverts come into the house for the first time versus how all the extroverts come into the house for the first time is very funny, first of all. Second of all, when the host came into the room, for the introverts, it was nice and calm, and the extroverts were so loud. And I had to think about it, and I was like, if I was in this room full of extroverts, yeah, I would also be very, very loud. Ash is also ENFP! Oh my gosh, ENFP! Let's go! Not to get all horoscopy, but of course there are sometimes I feel so the opposite of cheery. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like for the most part, there are times when of course I am like upset and down, but I feel like for the most part, barring any huge like stressors in my life, I'm pretty much base level 80% happy. I'm gonna go watch the new Mario movie. Have a good time. I think base level happiness, I'm like 80%. If I'm stressed out and there are things going on in my life that are out of my control and, you know, like are kind of upsetting, then I think it's closer to maybe like 60% happy. But I think I'm just always happy. I would rather be happy, you know, versus being like down and gloomy. And like I'll find ways to like knock myself out of like a bad mood just because like it doesn't sit right with me, you know. It's not a comfortable place to be when I'm not happy. But that's so interesting. And then in the second episode that I was watching, they split the teams because there was like two sides of like the house, I guess. One side the introverts are staying in, and then the other side the extroverts are staying in. But then during the day they do challenges. So in the second episode, they had all of the N's in one room and all of the S's in the other room. I thought it was really interesting because the challenge was the first challenge was decorate this Christmas tree together. And you could see as soon as both groups started like opening the box, do they fight to the death? No. As soon as they started opening the box to see what the challenge was, because it was on an envelope, right? And then they had boxes come in. The N's, I and E, right? Both extroverts and introverts, all N's, immediately went right to, oh, a Christmas tree. Okay, like okay, you do that. I'll grab some of these ornaments and I'll see what we can do. And like the first thing the S's say is, where are the instructions? And I was like, oh, okay, I understand. I feel like I'm getting an understanding of like, you know, exactly what like the differences between an S and an N type person is. And the other thing is like they were kind of talking about like role-playing situations. And this was when the groups were still split, but later when the groups got combined, they did the same kind of discussion. And it was interesting to see how the N group can picture themselves in these different like roles and situations and be able to respond in a way, I think, that like, you know, basically imagining the scenario, versus S types had a harder time with like thinking and role-playing the situation out. You know, obviously take this all with a grain of salt because despite MBTI types, there are still like a lot of variances even within like one MBTI group, one category. But I just thought it was interesting to see kind of the similarities that each of the types had. I feel a lot better with friends, but I do have severe depression, sometimes for reasons that are apparent, sometimes not. It isn't always a thing, an always thing, but when it hits, it's a fucking wall. I see. Yeah, I feel like because I'm an extrovert, I definitely need social time, which is why even though my schedule is so busy, I try to schedule time with friends. When I'm by myself is when I tend to get sad and kind of tired. Also why I like streaming so much, because it feels like I'm in a room full of people just yapping away, you know? Like, it's the zone. It's definitely where I want to be, you know? So and I definitely don't feel tired after talking for like 3 to 4 hours. I don't feel necessarily like I need to rest. I feel very like motivated and like ready to do stuff for the rest of the night, you know? I think it's very interesting. Imagining scenarios is what I do all the time. I see. That is good. Because we are definitely thinkers and dreamers. I feel that people light me up, which is so contradictory to my day job, which is so isolated from people. I see. Yeah, I that's why like I enjoy working in roles that like even if people are annoying sometimes, I definitely enjoy working in a role that interacts with other people. 'Cause otherwise I think it would be too sad and lonely, and it would make me less efficient at my job. I would have guessed Tyra was ENTJ just because it's too easy to imagine her saying the Onion headline. You mean Ash? I am an ENTJ, destroyer of worlds. Tyra? Who's Tyra? Work from home is why I have Twitch on my second screen all day, just to feel like there's other people around. Oh yeah, I definitely understand that so much. I see. Tyra Tash. Got it. Okay. We want to go this way. Perfect. Okay, which way? This way. Perfect. Okay, I think this is PB. PB? PB. PB. Where do we want to stand for this? Here? Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. We're doing PBs. It's working. PB, Hanya, welcome in. Hello. We're making some PBs today. Finally. Finally, please. How are you, Hanya? PB&J. You know, I haven't had a PB&J sandwich in like literally years right now. I think I should, maybe I'll ask Ever if we can make like a PB&J sandwich. I mean, ENFP is campaigner, so Conqueror of Worlds works. The campaigner from Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. It means you're really easy to beat if someone found all the Chronoceptor pieces. This is my go-to when there's nothing in the house. I don't really eat a lot of peanut butter or jelly. No more? Oh. Dip. Alright, well. I guess we gotta try again. Oops. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's just try again. Until we get it right, I guess. Okay. Perfect. Cool. I don't really like peanut butter. I mean, to be honest, me either. Like, not the hugest fan of peanut butter. So, for me, it's like, take it or leave it, you know? Okay. We need to jump so high for that. I like the kind you have to stir because it tastes like peanuts, but stuff like Jif has a sickening smell that I hate. I think I really like Spiffy. Like, I think if I had to pick, Spiffy would be my peanut butter brand. Well, how do I jump this? What? Do I jump this way? I think it's too steep, no? The fuck? Okay, well, I guess I'll try. Yeah, right. No way that would have worked. Absolutely no fucking way. What the hell? What the hell, actually? What the actual hell? I'm so confused. What do you mean? What? I'm so... What? There's no way that would have made it. For those of you coming in a little bit later, like Dio and Zar and Show, like what are your MBTIs? Do you guys know? I've been watching like a YouTube reality show that is talking about MBTIs, so I've got it on my mind. I'm curious. Shit. Okay, well. Peanut butter, great. Peanut butter as a flavor is okay. Like, I love Reese's peanut butter cups, but peanut butter as is, no bueno. Too dry texture thing. I think I like peanut butter, especially in like savory noodle sauces. But whenever I buy peanut butter, I feel like I buy too much. Like, the whole jar is definitely too much for me, you know? What's MBTI? MBTI is the Myers-Briggs something personality test. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Oh, let me give you both shout outs. For right now, let me do this. How was stream today? Welcome in. You guys were playing Mimesis? Mimesis? Hi, hello. Hi, Gummy. Welcome in as well. Welcome, welcome. How was stream today? Welcome in, Whoopsie. Hello, Manager Sky. Hello, Hazard. How are you? I saw Hazard and I was like, Haz. Welcome in. Oh, type indicator. Yes. So you can take a test that spits out your MBTI. And I'm curious if you know what your MBTI is, first of all. And second, if you think your MBTI fits your actual personality, right? I'm also like, if you guys haven't heard me say what my MBTI is, can you guys guess? I'm curious for those of you who don't know me that well, like, what would you think my MBTI is? Just from first impressions. I think like every time I've asked someone this question, they've gotten it exactly right. And I think I'm just like super obvious that I'm this MBTI. So I learned recently peanut butter is the cheapest item in grocery stores for protein per gram. Oh, interesting. I see. I used to be INFJ, but then it turned to ISFJ, which checks out since the MBTI website says ISFJ are often healthcare workers. I see. So I feel like you're much more, I guess, well, N and S are, you know, how concrete versus how abstract do you see the world, right? So I guess it makes sense that if you're right in the middle, you might be a little bit of a dreamer, a little bit of a realist, depending on, you know, the situation. Mimesis looks like a crazy game. The fact that the in-game audio can mimic your voice to trick your teammates, scary but kind of cool. Absolutely not. I would never play something like that. I did raid. Yes, welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you for directing the raid here. I wonder if I can shout you out yet, because there is a time limit when 2 people get shouted. Okay, yes, I am able to do the big shout out. But yes, welcome in. For those of you who are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Princess. I am a variety VTuber here on Twitch and also on YouTube. And today we are playing my favorite game of all time, Jump King. and I do enjoy playing this game. We are playing a custom map. It is one of the more difficult custom maps, so I hope that you enjoy your stay here. We also play games like Final Fantasy XIV, and we do voice acting in Love and Deep Space. So if you guys are interested in any of those, give me a follow, and you might see that content soon, this week, next week. But also, if you need to read it and run, I completely understand. If you don't want to stick around for this MBTI talk, I understand. I understand how it is. But yes, make sure you're getting rested. Go get some water. Stretch your legs a little bit. We will be here for a while longer. I don't remember the letters. I got logician, introvert. I think that means you're the same as Chronos are. You're an INTP. I think you're INTP. Does Arm get a treat? Oh yes, thank you for the reminder. Mr. Hermes. Where's your little treat bag? He's like, I'm ready, I'm set. Okay, actually. Quick break. Oh, actually I do have treat. I was like, where's his treat bag? Where's his treat bag? This is a treat from the raid. Say thank you, Feeble Frog. Take it. Good, take it. And this one is from Uncle Hazard. Yes. Oh, I dropped one. Oh, there. Okay. Say thank you, Uncle Hazard. Oh. Instrument cases are falling everywhere. Say thank you, Uncle Hazard. Wait. Wait. Take it. Good boy. Good boy, Hermes. Good boy. Oh my god, why are there so many things? More? More? I don't see any more. Been having a little bit of an ant issue at my computer desk, so sorry if I get kind of freaked out when I see ants just walking around on my table. Double treat, such a good dog he is. Wish Alyssa, welcome in. Hello, 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 Sparkfist. Well, how are you? I just took a test and it's asking me to pay. I'm done? Wait, you shouldn't have to pay. If you do the 16 personalities, it's free. Do this one. Do that one. That one should be completely free. Gonna look for a bit while I wind things down. Good luck with Jump King in the meantime. Thank you. But yes, we've been talking about our MBTIs and if we think that it suits us. Curious if anyone has guesses for those of you who don't know me. Curious what you think my MBTI is. But, oh my gosh, another raid. Hello, Tiger. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, Hermes getting so many treats today. Hermes, another treat from Uncle Tiger. Oh my gosh, he's like so ready. He's like, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, okay, Hermes, wait. Hermes. Hermes, come here, please. Go to your bed. He heard his dinner. Wait, wait, wait. Take it. Good, take it. Good boy. Okay, go get your dinner. He heard his dinner from the other room. He was like, I'm ready. I'm gonna go. Maybe ENFP. That one sounds correct too. Wait, yours is, Show? Wow, hey doggo. Hello, Tiger. How was stream today? Welcome, welcome. Mega Man Star Force, interesting. We've been talking about MBTIs. Do you know your MBTI? Do you have a guess what mine is? I'm so curious, like, do people, like, how easy is it to clock my energy? Pretty good. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. I'm glad that you had a good stream. If you guys need to raid and run, I understand. If you need to take a break because you've been streaming for a bit, no worries. We will be here for a little bit because we just started stream. So, you know, it'll be an exciting adventure. Cyber Tigers is XDVA. I have no idea what that means. Oh shit. Okay, it's fine. I tend to take that test every year or so, just to see where my state of mind is and if it's different over time. Oh, you know, interesting. Okay, okay. That's my guess. My guess says ESFJ or ESFP, but reading the traits of an ENFP sounds kind of like Princess as well. I will reveal. Show you're right on the money. Your first guess, ENFP. Your first guess was correct. I guess I really just do radiate like an ENFP kind of energy. Well, I wonder like what it is about me that reads so clearly ENFP. That's so funny. ESFJ or ESFP, but reading the traits of ENFP sounds like Princess. Guess ISTP, just because that's the only one I remember. I knew it! ISTP, I would never clock myself, I think, as an introvert. I think when it comes to sensing versus intuition, I'm definitely a much more intuitive person. I am not one for... I feel like I'm not really one for like concrete facts. A lot of the times I feel like I'm much more concerned with emotions and understanding how other people feel versus like concrete facts of like, okay, like what was happening in this situation? Like, where was everybody standing? What was the temperature? You know, what day was it? You know, things like that. So, for the times we've met, you've been pretty extroverted. Yeah. But yeah. I'm wondering... Oh, hold on. Let me see if my roommate is home. She got like some really big packages and they were kind of heavy. So I just want to make sure that she has assistance. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go check. I'm going to go on my BRB screen. Go stretch and drink some water. Okay, I'm back. Hello. My roommate was home and she didn't call me to help. So I just cleaned up and moved some stuff so that she would have space to put together her furniture. ESFJ. Why are these test results calling me out? Do you think they're accurate? So you are extroverted, you're sensing, you are a feeling and judging person. So I feel like you value things. Well, you work as a counselor, right? Like, doesn't that fit? Because someone who's sensing would be more like methodical about the way that they like view the world. Jihi, hello. What are you doing? MBTI stuff? Yeah, I'm talking about MBTI because I finished watching Exchange season 4, and then I started watching like a YouTube short series called MBTI Inside, where they have 16 like MBTI personalities, and they all like live together for a week. It's kind of interesting to see the different personality traits kind of manifest themselves. I'm in healthcare. It's kind of creepy. Does that sound like me though? I need approval. Approve of me. I mean, sort of. Do you think your MBTI fits you, Jihi? I feel like, Jihi, you would be... Hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Jihi, I feel like you are an INTP. No. I think either INTP or ISTP. Did I get it right? Koreans are really into MBTI and blood types, but more so MBTI. ENFP? Wait, shut the fuck up. Are you really? I thought you would be more on the T side because you're good at math. I didn't realize you were extroverted either. You feel like more of an introvert to me when we hang out. I see. You're the same as me. We have a lot of ENFPs in chat, actually. That's crazy. Why do we have so many? Oh! We have so many ENFPs in chat. That's crazy. Is ENFP like a common personality trait? It makes me wonder. Too many E's. I'm going to evolve into an I. No! I'm chill with my friends, but I'm hella extrovert IRL alone. I see. That makes sense. Enthusiastic, creative, spontaneous, optimistic, supportive, playful, value, inspiration, enjoy starting new projects, see potential in others. Like, I read this and immediately thought, wait, that's Princess. Aw, thanks, Sho. It's definitely me. I think more so I enjoy just like connecting with people, and I like to know like what people are thinking, and I like a little bit of spontaneity in my schedule. Not so much schedule, I guess, like in my hangouts. Like, as long as I've planned things to do with friends, it's okay as long as I'm still doing things with friends, you know? Are we gonna look at people's personality traits and judge them? Oh, I've already been doing that. I really enjoy parallel play. Parallel play is fun, but I enjoy more so like... I feel like I enjoy co-op games a lot more versus parallel play. I want to be involved with like my friends that I'm like hanging out with, you know? Oops. Ah, that was stupid. What a stupid mistake. Okay, let's try again. Okay. I feel like we were making such good progress and then we lost it all. Maybe the key really was to start talking about MBTI. It's the furthest we've gotten. Oops. Okay. I think mine's, I don't really mesh with ISTJ. ISTJ. That's the complete opposite, right? I thought about this on the drive home. I feel like I would get along well with someone who has different ways of seeing the world. So I'm actually opposite of you. I think I would get along really well with an ISTJ. Because here's the thing, right? Like, because I like talking to people and because I like understanding where people are coming from, being able to talk to someone who's like the complete opposite of me in terms of values and the way that they view the world and how they navigate it and how they sense the world, like, it would give me more perspective on, you know, how other people move through life. So I think that'd be really interesting to, like, I think I'd be good friends with someone who was ISTJ. Oh my gosh, have you guys heard of the, like, color, animal, and food test? I literally saw it on Instagram when I was checking my 11 deep space messages with my group of friends. Do you know Ever's MBTI? I actually do not know her MBTI. We should ask her. Can you ping her and be like, what's your MBTI? Ask her. Ping her, ping her, ping her. I feel like in college, Ever was definitely like an E, but I don't think she's an E now. Her boyfriend is definitely an I, though. I think Ever is, she would be either I or E, I'm not sure. N. T. I think she'd be INTJ, actually. Imagine she's the opposite of you. That would be so funny, actually, if she was the opposite of me. I think she's INT. She might be an S, actually. It's just because when we talk about things and when we talk about, like, the kind of dramas and, like, the stories that we tell to each other, she is a lot more logical in the way that she approaches things and much more, I think, meticulous than I am. So I feel like that's the vibes that she gives off, you know? But have you guys heard of the animal, color, and food test? I'm curious. What's everyone's favorite animal, favorite color, and favorite food? And you have to tell me why. And I will see if it is correct. If it applies correctly. We're just talking about all sorts of voodoo science tests today. It's been on my mind ever since in exchange where they introduce themselves with MBTI. I'm so curious how everyone, like, tested, first of all, how they perceive themselves and how others perceive themselves. Or how others perceive them in relation to their own, you know, personality type. Because obviously, right, like, as much fun in games as, like, MBTI is, it doesn't, like, just so everyone's clear, it doesn't encompass everything about a person. So don't make snap judgments about someone just because they have an MBTI that might potentially clash with yours, because human beings are very nuanced and diverse. Favorites me? I don't have them. Interesting. My favorite animal, as you guys know, of course, is the dog. Golden Retriever specifically. And the reason why is they're very loving, affectionate, and big cuddle bugs, right? And they are just so loyal. And when they look at you, it's like they're looking at their whole world. I like huskies and sushi. Okay, why do you like? You have to explain. Why do you like these animals? Why do you like this food? Why do you like this color? Like, why? The why is the important part. Okay. It's like, forget about the actual animal or the food. I want to know why. Like, that will reveal a lot. The why is important. I'm bad at picking favorites, so when you say favorite animal, like fave pet, or only wild animals? Are we including sea critters? Is food a specific item? You gotta narrow my options down. Okay, they have to be very specific. Doesn't have to be a domestic animal, any animal, right? The why is important. I don't care what your animal is, you just have to be able to put into words exactly why it's your favorite. Same with color and same with food. Like an actual dish. The name of the dish and why you like it. Okay? Why? Why? The why I cannot stress enough. I don't care actually what the answer is. Like what your well, I do care, right? I do care. But like I'm more interested in the actual reasoning. Like why you came to that answer. And then I'll explain after I've had a few people answer in chat. I like huskies because dogs are very empathetic and empathic and can provide you with comfort without any words. They can change the mood of a room by just entering it. Sushi for the mouthfeel. Same reason why I like pasta. I guess I am an ISFP. Though I'm 100% introverted, but the site's telling me I'm only 61%. I mean, depending on how you answer it, you could require some socialization where, because like whether you are an I or an F just means how tired you get from hanging out with people versus when you're by yourself. A lot of extroverted people, when we hang out with people in social situations, we are actually more energized after the hangout versus introverted people. They're generally more drained after hanging out with people and they recharge by being alone, right? So it could be that aspects of your personality require some social stimulation, but not, 100% of the time. Interesting answers. What about color? What's your favorite color and why? I just want to know. So, okay. My favorite animal is a dog. Golden Retriever, specifically. My favorite color is pink because I like how, well, I always flip-flop between pink and yellow. So here's my reasoning why I like pink. I like pink because it's very soft and feminine, right? It's a very cute color. And I like yellow because it's very cheerful and bright. And it makes me really happy when I see it. Pink text. What shade of pink? Pastel pink. Like sakura blossom pink. Like not saturated bubblegum, but like a nice pastel pink. Blue. I associate it with calm and steadiness. I see. And then my favorite food is like pho. Well, I like bumba whey actually. More than pho, I like bumba whey, and the reason why I like it is because I love soup. I love how warm and comforting soup is. But the thing about bumba whey too is there's a lot of variety. So you get different cuts of meat, like you get beef shank, you get brisket cut in there. You also get pork trotters. There's also pork blood maybe, or duck blood. I don't remember like what blood it is. And it's like spicy, so you can put as much spice as you want in it, or you can load it up with vegetables if that's what you're feeling. And it's got a lot of different textures because you've got the kind of chewy rice noodle. You've got like the crispy vegetables. You've got like the tender meat. So there's a lot of different things going on with a bowl of like bumbo whey, right? Okay, show says, I yap too much, so I gotta say it here. Fave pet corgi. Big fan of the stubby legs, but so full of energy and playful. Wild animal, capybara. Love the lax attitude, but very communal and friendly to others. Sea critter, jellyfish. Look cool and they fascinate me. Literally just a blob of nerves that float in the ocean and doesn't have a brain. Amazing. Could also potentially be immortal. Jellyfish. Interesting. Okay, okay. Good reasons why. Code blue is a critical life-threatening medical emergency in healthcare. Do I want people dead? No, I'll tell you more once we get some more answers about other people's. I feel like people will be too shy after they hear like what it actually says about them. So I'm waiting for everyone to spill their secrets first before I tell you like what it all means. Did you just say jellyfish emoto? Show said jellyfish. I like black in conjunction with either white, pastel light, or light blue. It's such a flexible color that goes with almost anything. Is that your only reason it goes with anything? I don't think I care, as I stated by my MBTI. Yes, but other people might be shy or self-conscious. I want to know more about everybody, you know? And I gotta trick you guys into telling me more about you. I feel like most of the time, like, I'm the streamer and you guys are, you know, kind of just here to listen to me yap, but I want to know more about you guys. I gotta pull it out of you guys. Show says, technically a shade, but I like black. My hair color and color I wear most often, feel most comfortable in. Actual color I like light sky blue best. No real reason, it's the color I say when people ask the question. But why? Like, is it because it makes you happy? Does it remind you of something? Like, what's the reason? How does she know that my password and PIN numbers are MBTI related? Uh-oh. I think maybe if they're MBTI related, you might need to change your password from being what, ESFP? Ah, shit. That's fine. All right, that's okay. Ah, shit, fuck. Okay, that's fine. Just like blue, prefer the lighter shades versus the darker ones. So, for this question to work, the why is really important. You have to be able to verbalize why it is that you like a specific color. There's a reason, I promise. I will reveal it at the end. Not necessarily. Over time, I've just become more attuned to wearing dark colors as a whole, black being one of them. They don't get dingy as quickly. So, I mean, you guys are talking about colors that you wear, right? Like, what's your favorite color, though? Like, not to wear. Like, I just want to know. Like, I love pink and yellow. I never wear pink and yellow, right? Like, my VTuber is a different story, but, like, IRL, I never wear pink and yellow. My closet is full of neutrals, like navy blues, beiges, and blacks and like grays. Like I don't wear pink and yellow. So I just would like to know like what your favorite color is and why. Again, the why is important. Also sushi for show. Food is sushi. Delicious and I never get tired of it. Will never turn it down, but also fuzz my comfort food. I associate it with my mom and home. I see. Generally speaking, it is my favorite color, not just for wearing. I see. Okay, I feel like we have three people who have answered. So I guess it's enough for me to reveal for you guys why I'm asking this. Okay, so then black. I don't think about my favorite color. I see. Okay, so here's what I've learned. And again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know how accurate it is, but it is pretty accurate for me. First of all, your favorite animal is like your ideal partner, right? So whatever your answer was for favorite animal, the reasons that you listed are what you're looking for in an ideal partner. Okay. Favorite color. The reasons that you listed for your favorite color are basically how you see yourself. So the reasons why you listed your favorite color is how you see yourself in your world, right? Like how you perceive yourself as being. And third, favorite food. It's the most sus one. It's related to sex. Yeah, duo. Mouthfeel for duo. So never gets tired of it. There's variety in sushi, okay? Black, that checks out. I should seek a therapist. So I hope that it's a fun little quiz that you can share with others. I have heard the color one before. When I was first getting to know my friend Fuyuki, he asked me what my favorite color was. And I was telling him, oh, like yellow and pink, because, you know, pink is really feminine. It's a really soft color. And I also really like yellow because it's like really cheerful and bright. And he was like, okay, so like that just tells me that you think you're a very like cheerful and bright person, and that you also think you're quite feminine. And I was like, maybe not the pink one, but definitely the yellow. Princess likes complicated food. The table stuff makes sense now. No, not complicated. I like a variety of things, and it's complex and exciting, I guess. But also comforting, because soup, you know? Soup is comforting. A variety, just no mouthfeel. I don't have personal experiences with physical intimacy, but damn, my AO3 and manga Baha reads colorful! Yeah, hell yeah, show. Hell yeah. Here we go. That's your sushi answer right there for you. So, next time you're at a party, you know, and you want to get to know more about people, just whip that out, I guess. And so, I guess Duo sees himself as very calm, steadfast, and dependable, is what blue means for Duo. Would you say that that's true? That's how you see yourself in your world? In my case, if it's a color I don't like, I'm not going to wear or collect things outside of my liked colors list. Next time I'm at a party and someone tries this, I'm going to have the sussiest answers prepared. Well, then you can ruin it by not being honest, but, you know, that's fine, I guess, if you don't want people to know who you are. That tracks. I'm supporting 5 people. Yeah, calm and dependable. I just want a loyal man who will look at me like I'm his entire world. Who will love me no matter what, and who will listen to what I say. My favorite food is fish bones. Sounds like a slave or an obsessed stalker. Yeah, where's my yandere stalker, huh? Right, Hermes? Right. Right, bud? Right, baby? Why are you resting your head right there? Baby. Baby boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy, Hermes. My baby. Just want someone whose skin I can get high from licking. What animal did you choose? I don't think I saw. A sea urchin? But yes, so very fun little game to play. I think like, so I learned the color thing from my friend Fuyuki. And like he also explained it as like, oh, it's a way to see how people see themselves, right? And then I don't think he ever taught me like about the animal or the food, but like he never asked me those things either. So I think he also only knew the colors. Trying to sleep, long day was long. Long day of sleeping around was still also just long for him. All he does is sleep and eat. And here I am, left to work full-time to support the both of us. Right, Hermes. I know. So right. So right. Absolutely. Oop. Okay. Do you guys think it's accurate? Do you guys think that it's not accurate? How would you say the test does at like a very like surface level reading of who you look for in a partner, how you see yourself, and how you enjoy physical intimacy? And then when I say what my favorite food is, I say that's because it reminds me of my grandmother. I don't know, that's for you to figure out why that is. I'm thinking about it now. The husky thing is interesting because one of my partners radiates stability. Sometimes I just need someone else to help with a burden without asking. Ah, I see. 85% accurate. I see. So there's some truth in it. There's some truth in everyone's answers of what they're looking for in a partner, how they see themselves, and I would say it is pretty accurate for me. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I have to remember to share this with everyone. I'm curious to watch the rest of the MBTI show just to see how, because I'm sure in the next episodes they may be splitting the rooms into like N or F's and T's, and then J's and P's for the last day maybe. So I'm curious to see more of like what defines those characteristics in, you know, actual people. It's so fun to see everyone interacting with each other. And it's fun to see like when the introverts and extroverts are kind of like mixed together. Like the extroverts kind of bring the introverts out of their shell. However, when it's just the introverts together, they're all kind of like, well, we all know that we're introverts, so we're not going to force some type of interaction. And it's like so quiet when it's just the introverts together. I find that very interesting. Okay, that's fine. We will get back when we get back. No pressure. Just do our best. I am looking for Immortal Blob with no brain. Hell yeah. I mean, you also said, you know, like a corgi that's fun. You said capybara that's like really easygoing, right? So there's some other traits there of like who you're looking for in an ideal partnership. I'm also curious because obviously I finished watching Exchange Season 4, right? I'm curious if the people who got together in the last episode, like, you know, the couples that chose each other, I'm curious to know if they're still dating. Because 2 of the couples decided to reunite and basically try dating each other again. And then 2 of the couples were new couples that met on the show. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I do know it is like a reality TV show, so not all of it may be super real, but I wonder if they made like lasting friendships. Of course it's quiet with introverts. Fuck small talk. Man, I fucking love small talk. I feel like when it's quiet, I feel like an intense need to fill the air with like yapping, you know? Even if it doesn't mean anything. I feel like I just need to fill the air. Which is a great quality as a streamer, but at the same time, maybe a little bit annoying IRL. It's also why I tell a lot of princess stories where I feel like I need to over-explain every aspect of something, and you need the background story for every character that's about to make an appearance before I actually tell you what happened. That way you have 100% context of what's happening at all times. It's interesting because I was already thinking of colors before you brought it up, and absolutely, I do not know what I feel with colors. Wait, why not? You just don't like colors? If I was an adult in the 80s, I would probably be dead. I'm a sucker for charming people. Wait, why would you be dead? Would a serial killer just pick you up and be like, he's an easy target. He's a people pleaser. Reality shows are boring. They're just slice of life, but not anime. I don't know, something about the intense, like, romance of reality TV shows just does it for me. Can't do slice of life for the life of me, but reality TV shows suck me in. Colors are nice, but there isn't one that I'm always going to pick. Let's see. Lots of charming serial killers. You would have been dead for sure. For real. They would have picked you up and then they would have never let you go home, duo. You gotta be careful. Even now you gotta be careful. You never know. Do you think maybe you've passed by like a serial killer on the street? Like, sorry to get like really morbid. Do you think in all your life you've walked by at least one serial killer? Cause like, what are the odds, right? Reality TV shows have gone downhill after 2009. That's why I only watch like Korean and Japanese reality TV shows. I like the emotional dynamics more because a lot of the times the casts, especially because it is like an East Asian culture, is much more reserved than Americans. Because Americans are really loud and honestly kind of annoying sometimes. So I much prefer the shows where they're still kind of like you know, getting to know each other, but they're all still very polite, and there's not like there's drama, but it's a different kind of drama. I don't know how to explain it unless you've seen a few like East Asian reality TV shows. It's hard to like explain exactly to you like how it's different. It just is. There's way less drama. Walked? Cereal? Nah. I worked at a hospital for a long time. For sure! It's because reality TV is so trashy. They're so messy. It feels like bringing out the gossip in you. I love talking about reality TV shows. Don't get me wrong. I can't do American ones. Like, the American ones just don't... Like, maybe it's the way they edit, or maybe it's the cast that they bring on. But I think I just prefer a lot of the, like, Korean and Japanese reality TV shows, like, so much more. Emphasize or force is probably the term. I mean, also, I do think there's something to be said about the way, you know, like, the show producers will cut and edit things to play out a specific perspective or narrative. But also in general, I think the American reality TV shows are just less interesting to me. Because of the factors listed. Okay. Perfect. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We will get back. That jump is so hard. Okay. Oops. I'm not on this MBTI show to make friends. I'm here to win. There is no winning in the MBTI show, actually. I feel like in some of the other reality TV shows, it's like, oh, you have to, you know, figure out if you want to reunite with your ex, or you need to be able to partner up with someone at the end of the show. But the MBTI one is purely getting 16 people together to see, like, how they all interact. It's fairly short, so I'm interested to watch the rest tomorrow in between my, like, work. There's no winning is definitely what someone who's going to lose would say. I mean, you can watch the show. There literally is no winning in the show. I don't know what to tell you. And I mean, I guess you can have some, like, competition in your mind, but you're literally just competing against yourself for no reason. Okay. You know, I wonder what Yams and Meister's MBTI is. If I'm ever somehow in the hell where I'm on a non-competitive reality show, I'm going to have to say that. Of what? There's no winning? I mean, you can do whatever you want when you're dead, I guess. If there is something that you can do when you're dead, I don't know. Focus. Perfect. Okay. Great. Okay, perfect. Come on, please! Please! I just want to get back to Area 3 to make progress. Oh, you know, I should check my stamina in lads just to make sure I'm not capped on stamina. I gotta make sure I'm using my resources properly because I want to make sure I have enough resources to level up cards. I'm just thinking of the Frasier where Martin thinks of Antiques Roadshow as a game show. Sorry, I don't know that. Is that like a show? Okay, perfect. We'll jump here. We'll do a little hop, hop. Perfect. Nope, nope. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So far, so good. No! Why? Why? That's usually not the jump that I fumble on. God damn it. A traveling show where people bring their antiques to get appraised. No, I'm talking about Frasier. I don't know what that is. I know Antiques Roadshow. Okay. We will get back. No problem. Perfect. Oh! That's okay. That is okay. No, I'm getting kind of hungry. Maybe I should heat up some rice. And an egg. A fried egg with rice sounds so good, actually. Maybe I should do that. Do I have enough time if I go on like a break? What time is it? I feel like there was just an ad break though. And I think by the time another ad break rolls around, I will have like wanted to end stream. Probably gonna be finishing up stream at the top of the hour just so I can get some more recording work done. Did I tell you guys I recorded for an audition yesterday night? I sent it in. I don't think I'll get it, but I hope that at least I make it to top 10. Who knows? But I hope that I at least am on like the second pile for consideration. That's the only thing that I can hope for. Frasier is a situational comedy about a snooty psychiatrist who takes in his elderly, blue-collar, retired cop father. I see. And is it interesting because it's about a son and father duo who are trying to like reconnect in the son's adulthood? I don't understand. Okay. Jump here and then we will very careful. Oh, no, that was not very careful. Man, I'm just hungry. All I can think of is food. Maybe... Sorry guys, we might end stream early because I'm just starving right now. And we are not making a lot of progress, even though I wanted to. But unfortunately, just not making... And I feel like, but then it's like a, you know, self-defeating cycle. We're not making progress, so I don't want to play, and I don't play because I'm not making any progress. And so on and so forth. And we only play this once a week. He also has an even snootier brother, and the cop has a dog. The cop has a dog? How cute! That sounds adorable. Hello, TX. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Are you here because of Jump King? Are you here because our stream got recommended and you like VTubers? Which is it? Curious to know how you found my channel. Welcome in. Hope you've been having a good Tuesday. Yes. Yes to Jump King and VTubers, I guess. Just yes. Are you here because MBTI is in the title? Oh yeah, that's true. We also have MBTI in the title. What's your MBTI? Do you know it? I gotta ask everyone who comes in, like, what's everybody's MBTI while we're on the subject? Okay. Very carefully. Nope. That jump is also really hard. I don't know, like, what the trick is to being consistent, because sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. And I feel like I'm not quite understanding what makes it, like, a good jump versus a jump that I'll just, like, miss the opening for. Okay. Well, we shall try again. Sometimes it works. Oh, motherfucker! I did not mean to jump that way. I meant to jump closer to the edge. Oh well. Oh well. Ooh, and then I saw the rerun banner come up for Xavier's card. I'm thinking, because I have said that I would be spending money on rerun banners, I just rolled on Lingering Gaze, right, you guys? I'm wondering if I should buy a few tickets that are like cheap wish levels to kind of lower my pity. And if we get the card, we get the card, but like I'm more interested in lowering my pity with cheap wishes. So I might do a few rolls for the rerun banner that's happening when we play on Thursday. Ever replied? Wait. I either N or S. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's I or E. And I don't know if she's N or S. But I definitely think she's a TJ person. Is she TJ? What's her MBTI? Inquiring minds want to know. Cause like sometimes she goes out and she's totally fine. N TJ. Okay, I definitely got TJ. I wasn't sure about the N or S because I feel like sometimes she's much more methodical about the way she thinks about things, and I feel like she doesn't get as emotional, but I guess she also has, you know, a sensitive heart, much like me. Okay, cool. I was very close. And she's an I. Okay. Good to know. The reason why I say this is because I know her from her college days, right? And like, she was definitely like an E in college. But I guess over time, she has withdrawn into her shell. But dang, I got half right. That's not bad. Do I know my best friend or do I know my best friend? Okay. She's almost your opposite. This is what I mean by like, I think rather, I feel like I don't really like people who are too similar to me, because I prefer, because when it comes to ENFP, I'm sure that there's like really good conversations that I can have with people, but more so, I want to know about other people and how they think about their lives and stuff, and like how they view and rank their values, you know? Maybe Ash's eye rubbed off onto Ever. It's true. Ash is like the most eyest of eyes. It's hilarious. I don't like people who are too similar to me, she says to a chat full of fellow ENFPs. I mean, not in that way, right? Like, I think chatting with ENFPs are fun because they'll keep the conversation going. However, like, when it comes to having very, like, deep and meaningful conversations, I think it would be more interesting, in my opinion, right? And I could have a wrong opinion. It could be a wrong, bad opinion. But I think that I would get more value out of talking to someone who's like very different than me and like how they view and perceive the world. Is she shaming against ENFPs? I'm not! I promise. I'm just saying that I already understand how ENFPs work. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'll go hang out with you if like I want to have a chatty conversation and I want to have a fun time. But if it's like connecting on a deeper level, I feel like it's easier for me to do that if that person was like a little bit opposite of me in some ways. Don't make snap decisions about whether you understand people. I'll do what I want. And again, like I mentioned, the Myers-Briggs test is not like the end-all be-all, right? Like, even if you are categorized, like, people are still people, and you don't know them until you actually get to know them. It's just something fun to to like trade around as like first impressions, but I do what I want and talk to whoever I want to and hang out with whoever I want to, and it's my life. Perfect. Cool. All right. I would like to get to area 3, please. Please! Please. Please. I beg. Okay. Oh, Jihi, are you rolling on the Xavier rerun? Any plans to roll for Xavier? I think I'm gonna do it to lower my pity. Because right now, my pity for the rerun banner is at 68. And I know that, like, I know that I will be needing to roll on reruns when, like, the myth reruns come back and stuff. So I will need as much as possible to get, like, a lower pity. I unfortunately am not a Xavier person, and I would krill myself if I got home early and ruin my pity. My pity is at like 68, so like either way, like, you know what I hope happens? I hope that I roll on the free, not free, I'm gonna be purchasing tickets, but like they're cheaper wishes, under $1, right? So I hope that I roll on the wishes, and I hope that I lose the 50-50. That way, the next time a rerun banner comes around, I can, and hopefully it's like a card that I want. It's like a guaranteed, you know? But that's just me. Okay, perfect. We're back. We got it. Okay. Perfect. You pray for the loss of the 50-50 and you end up winning it? No! Don't say that. Don't curse me. Please don't curse me, Jihi. Oh my god, that was scary. Okay. We're good. Oh, fuck. Well, okay. Well, guess not. Okay. too little or too much? I'm not sure. I'll show you pity. You can't show me pity. Only the boys can show me pity. At least you get your first Xavier card. Yeah, thank you for the cloud emote. That's true. At least if I get it, it'd be my very first Xavier card. And it's a limited card, not like one of the standard banner wishes, right? That's what we hope. Will Xavier finally come home? I don't think Xavier likes me. You know, like I don't think he vibes with my energy. That's why he hasn't come home for the past, what, like 3 months since I've been playing? 4 months since I've been playing Love in Deep Space. To be fair, we don't roll often, whether it's on standard banner or limited banners. We don't roll that often, so it makes sense. It's okay, I don't like him either. Motherfucker, why? What? Am I supposed to... so much more energy? I only like 2 men. Zane and Caleb, my faves. The 2 men that I've known since childhood, you know? Okay, perfect. Okay, let's get back up. Okay. The Xavier girlies are gonna tie me up and they're gonna see me get dragged into the dark alley. Wait, why? I don't think anyone should be hurting anybody else because of their faves, you know? I feel like the fandom can get a little intense when they're talking about their faves, but like, I think there's room. Oh my god, I have to tell you though, I saw the craziest post the other day on Reddit. It was someone who was like addressing like, hey Zane girlies, is like, how do you cope when Zane isn't featured on like a multi-banner, or you know, like he's not the focus of a singular banner? Like, I get so irrationally angry when, you know, he's not the feature. And like, I read that and I was like, it's a game. You need to, like, that's not normal. Like, and then other people were responding too. They were like, that's not normal. Seek help. And people were like, when it's not your man on the banner, you have time to save up your gems, you know? Like, don't see it as a time that like your love interest isn't being focused on. Like, see it more as a time where you're saving up your resources because you don't have to roll. And I was like, dude, that is fucking insane behavior. People be sending Caleb girlies death threats. I also heard that and I was like, why? Like, there's no reason, like, just because Caleb girlies like a certain trope, like, it's so stupid. You know? I love Caleb. He's so cute. He's such a cutie. Shit, fuck. Oh god, why is that so hard? I wasn't having trouble with that jump before, but like that's like the 3rd time in a row now. That's crazy. Okay. Nice. Full jump here. Okay. Hop. Hop. No! Why? That's okay. That was a crazy jump. Lock in? I'm trying. It's not easy to lock in when you're playing Jump King, dude. Gonna bring down the chat. Don't ban me. Wait, why are you gonna bring down the chat? What's happening? Are you gonna talk about something sad? I'm sorry, something sad is happening. But no, yeah, I feel like I understand now what you mean by lads to it, by the way. Like, because before I was like, oh, you know, like, it's just a really supportive, like, place for people to, like, share all the girly energy. And then I was actually on lads Twitter for longer than, like, 2 weeks, and now I see it, you know? Anyone had an existential crisis when they found out the Prez was threatening to nuke? I saw that, Duo, and I legitimately was like, well, if I die, I die, I guess. I was like, I still haven't listened to all the Patreon posts of this one creator that I'm subscribed to, and I was like, guess this is it for me. Because there's been some changes happening to the Patreon, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go look at the content before I decide if I'm gonna, like, resubscribe or not. And I'm like, ugh. So hard was pretty much full anxiety attack. Same here. When I saw it, I thought, oh, it's gonna be stressful a couple of months until I eventually die. I honestly was like, well, if it happens, it happens. Like, there's nothing that I or anybody I know can do. And so I might as well just live my life and live happily to the best of my ability. And if I die early, so what? Like, I was worried about supporting myself in my older life anyways. So, you know, maybe I should treat myself a little more for the next couple of months, because who knows? I might not be alive anymore. So just enjoy life while it's still something I can enjoy. Just kind of sighed at the news and went back to work. Right? Just get it over with and target me. Yeah. It's just because, like, at this point, it's like there's nothing I can do, right? Like, as someone who lives in California, like, already gas prices are so high, and we are right along the coast. We're, like, next to Los Angeles, and obviously LA is a huge port. There's also, like, a huge what is it, like, port that receives international, what is it called, a port? Is it Port of LA? Where they receive in huge shipments of, like, containers from overseas and stuff for international trade. And I'm like, well, we are a very strategic location, and if there is, like, any retaliation, LA is one of the cities that is probably on the list. And if I die, I die. That's it, you know? Shit. Gas prices have been insane. Dude, it's been crazy. I literally drove past a gas station today, and it was like $6 for gas for a gallon. And I was like, I gotta see how much it is at Costco, because at the Chevron is quite expensive, but I don't think Costco is gonna be that much cheaper compared to Chevron. Crazy. Hawaii would be a good place to nuke first. Oops, I jumped the wrong way. Also true. Sorry to the Hawaiians that have to potentially deal with that existential crisis every time our president says something batshit crazy. Unless the Republicans are so morbid to hit Cali and go, oops, our biggest left-leaning state is gone. You know, if that happens, it happens. If you guys don't hear from me, morbid, but if you guys don't hear from me and there's been news about, like, attacks on California, you know what's happened to me. Nothing would stop me from streaming, short of me being so physically ill that I couldn't get to my computer. You know what I mean? Like, so let it be known. It's me, I'm Hawaiian. Crying about the possibility of not being directly hit and then losing a bunch of friends at once. Yeah, honestly, I would choose to get hit. Don't let me lose friends and know that friends have been lost. I would rather just perish. Let me go first. Save Leonard's and Lil Ha? I miss Hawaii now? Oh, I've never been to Hawaii. It looks like a fun place to go, but I've never been to. It's kind of expensive. As you perish, they get a text. They did. Yep, sorry. I would like to perish with my dog in my arms. That would be nice. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, no! I did not mean to make a little hop. Fuck. You're American. I would visit Hawaii twice a year if I was American. Flights to Hawaii are kind of expensive, and airfare and, you know, travel, like accommodation is also quite pricey, so I don't have the luxury of traveling to Hawaii often, unfortunately. It's just not in the cards for me. Let's just walk over to Hawaii. The same girl who won't even, this is the same girl who won't even splurge on herself? Yeah, but like, I have to think realistically, right? Like, traveling to a place isn't just the airfare there, it's like the accommodation, it's the transportation while you're there, it's the food costs, it's all the activities that maybe you've bookmarked, because that's not free either. Like, there's a lot of things that involve money when you travel, and it's not as simple as, hey, just get a ticket there, you know? Time to go to Japan instead. Japan's been making it more difficult for foreigners as well. I was there last year for 3 weeks for a wedding. We used to go every year, but the timeshare we're with opened up to different locations and gave us more free days if we give up the Hawaii days. Oh, I see. Still pretty messed up from today's events, actually. I think you said you were ending in 15 minutes anyway, so I'll just say good night early. Good night, Eclipse. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sorry that you've been having a stressful day. I literally saw it, and I guess, like, maybe I just am so degaffed, but I literally was like, okay. And I literally was like, if I die, I die. If we go to war, we're at war. If we, you know, like, I wonder what internet services and games will be available when I get home so that I can, you know, play myself into, like, soothing myself for the rest of the night. I was legitimately like, okay, whatever. And then I moved on with my day because for me, dude, Trump does so many stupid things on the daily, you know? And I get that, like, he has a board of advisors to kind of, like, tell him what to say and stuff. But, like, that man is constantly spewing bullshit all the time. And so when I saw that, I was like, he's probably just joshing again. My friend was panicking. I was like, it's gonna be a shitty time until death. I literally, like, I'm the kind of person who's like, well, there's nothing I can do to change it. You know, like, anything I do will not have any lasting effects for this conflict. Like, what is the point right now in stressing over it? You know? I'm very, I guess, like, sometimes I'm kind of a realist in that I'm like, there's nothing that I can personally do to change the situation, so there's no point in me being stressed out over it, you know? Like, what is that gonna change? What would that do to help the situation? Because if it's not, if it doesn't change the situation, why bother? Like, as apathetic as that may be, like, oops, like, why bother? Because as you guys know, I think I'm very much the kind of person who's like, I should only try to focus my efforts and attention on things that I can change. You know, what can I do to directly change my situation? And if I can't, there's no use wasting mental space on it. Then I thought, those poor girls in college choosing to wait until after graduating to have fun. Duo. That's a very recovering addict way of thinking. Wait, really? So you're saying I have the thought processes of a recovering addict. Interesting. I think it's more so that, like, my dad has always kind of instilled in me a sense of, like, you know, like from when I was little, he was like, oh, because I was talking to him one time where I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll ever be able to do this or be able to do that. And he said, you know, look at all these people, right? Like, what is different about these people and different about you? They have 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs. The only difference between them and you is the amount of years that they've been doing this thing that you want to do. And so for me, like, growing up with that mindset has always been like me thinking I can do anything as long as I set my mind to it, and only I have the ability to affect my, like, immediate bubble, right? And if there's nothing that I can if there's nothing that I can do, like, there's no use expending that mental energy, because that's just going to make you sad. You know, like, constantly thinking about something that you can't change, that you can't control, is just going to make you upset. It's going to make you sad, and it's not helpful, right? So, like, for me, I would rather divert that energy into something that I can control. Like, if I'm feeling upset because my space is messy, okay, well, you can fix that. You can clean up and tidy up, you know? Or, like, there's no use in trying to be upset over how someone's acting. I can't control how someone acts, but I can control how I feel about it and how I continue to interact with that person. If that person is, you know, being particularly mean or not behaving in a way that I find appropriate as my friend, then I would consider taking a step back. You know, like, I don't want my friends to treat me a certain way, then that means I remove my presence. And if they change and they decide that, you know, like, they want me still in their life, then, you know, like, then we make modifications to our behaviors. Admitting that one cannot control one's addiction and focusing on things that you can control is step 1. Oh, I see. I never knew that. I see. How am I supposed to jump this? Am I supposed to, like... Oh, I see. Okay. A full jump. Okay. Okay, not like that. Okay, interesting. What an interesting jump. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Try again. It's fine. Gentle. Gentle. Nope, too much. Okay, that's fine. Okay. We have gotten a little further, so that's not bad. I am getting to stay a little longer in area 3, so maybe I can unlock the secrets here as we play through bit by bit. But I think, isn't that like a healthy way of thinking of things? Like, why expend the mental energy if it's not gonna help your situation, right? Because you could be thinking of other things that you have direct control over that, like, you could then use to meaningfully change your situation. I think sometimes, I mean, and I'm not immune to it. Like, there are times where I'll get caught up in, like, how I'm feeling because of what someone did or, you know, the situation that I am not in control of. But, like, after I cry about it for a little bit, I have to remind myself, like, you know, like, what use is there to crying? Like, it's a little bit of tough love, you know, me trying to be my own mom and being like, okay, so nothing that you can do right now to change the situation. So what you can do is stop feeling so upset over it and understand that when you're dealing with other people, there's always going to be, you know, differences in opinions and motivations. And, you know, I don't know what that person is going through. Maybe they're having a really bad day and maybe they're just lashing out. But, you know, like, I shouldn't let that be a personal reflection of who I am, right? Like, that's a them problem. And, like, I can only, you know, do my best to make sure that I'm understood. And if I already did that, then, you know, like, I can say that I've tried. And I can come back to that if, you know, that person is ready to have another conversation. But I've done everything that I can to make sure that I have no regrets walking away from a relationship or a situation like that. So, and sometimes it might seem a little bit overbearing, I guess, like my personality of, like, wanting to be heard and needing to explain myself. But, like, I think it comes from a place of, like, I want to make sure that whoever I'm dealing with has all the information that they need to make the decision that best suits them. And I mean, similarly, I would like to know the other person's side, right? And, like, so we are operating on full transparency and making sure that we're making the best decision for the both of us. So, can you pinpoint the exact person that's given you this complex? What, of, like, not letting external factors affect me? I think a lot of it comes from needing to be heard as well. I mean, I think it really boils down to, like, as the eldest kid, right, of 3, I felt a lot of the times that my parents would often focus on my brother and sister versus what I needed. And I feel like I had to, like, always explain myself when it came to, like, needing additional money for a field trip, or, you know, like, needing to go to a friend's house for a school project, you know. So I feel like I always had to, like, explain myself when it came to that stuff. And so it was just very natural for me in, like, oh, interesting, in relationships moving forward, to, I guess, like, over explain. So that's a full jump. It's not a full jump here, is it? It's not. What if it's a full jump from here? Nope, not a full jump. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay. We're learning. We're learning. I wonder how that habit developed. You know, I'm not quite sure. I feel like that's just something I've always done, is, like, needing to be understood and heard so that I can make like a final clear decision. But sometimes it can feel like, I feel like sometimes I'm almost like forcing other people to listen to me, which isn't like the greatest feeling, you know? It's like, oh, I feel like this person should want to listen to my viewpoint, but like they're not. So I feel like I'm just talking to a wall, you know? Okay, so it's a full jump here. Okay, so if I go from here, no, okay. So it's not a long jump there either. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we do a little hop. Okay. Unless you can pick up on social cues that they want to leave the combo. At least you're self-aware, but I can guarantee they're not bothered. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at picking up on like people's vibes. I try to make sure that, you know, like I'm putting the person that I'm communicating with at ease. Like that's, I feel like when it comes to having a conversation with others, I'm very considerate. I want to make sure that I'm asking for clarification when things come up, and like that I also clarify, but in a way that doesn't hurt, you know, people's feelings. I would like to think I'm self-aware and mature. I don't 100% know if that is something that happens all the time when I communicate, but I do like to think that I am somewhat of an effective communicator, you know? Yeah. I try my best. Because the other, I mean, on the flip side is, and that's also why, like, for me, like, once you get me angry enough, I think that's the other reason is, like, once you get me angry enough, it's to a point where, like, we've had conversations and it just hasn't been, you know, like, something that, like, I have seen an improvement in. And so when I say like, oh, when people make me angry, I tend to cut them off, it's not a split-second decision, right? Like something like me getting angry enough at someone to cut them off from my life, to cut them out of my social circle, means that I have tried repeatedly multiple times to communicate with them, and that gap just isn't being bridged. No matter how different we try to, like, how many different ways we try to talk, how many ways we've like tried to communicate and voice our concerns, like there's just no, either there's no compromise, or like I just don't think that that person is being considerate enough of me, because again, I feel like I'm a very considerate person. And so if it gets to that point, it really means that, in my opinion, like the differences in our communication styles or personalities are too wide for me to bridge that gap. So that's just me though. May nobody ever make me angry, or as angry as I felt last year again. I didn't even have conversations with these people. I think what they did was, in my opinion, just so unforgivable that it was legitimately like, I can't be friends with someone who does this. So I just unilaterally was like, I'm making this decision and I'm not going to have a conversation with you and we are just going to part. And I hope that you never interact with me again. And that has been the case, so I am quite happy for it. You like to make sure everyone is included? That's good. Gotta make sure everyone feels like they've had a chance to, you know, speak their mind. We'll jump here. We'll jump. Hop. Okay. Nice. Hop, and then hop over. Hop. Nice. Okay, easy. Perfect. Okay, and then we hop over here. Hop. 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 Perfect. Oh god, okay. Okay, and then full jump here. Hop here. Okay, so it's not... What if we do, like, a full jump here? No? Okay. Too close. Okay, so what if we... So it's not a full jump from here. What if we do, like, a 1, 2? Nope? Okay. No, we have to do maybe 1, 2. Too little. What does that mean? That ricochet. I don't know. Do we need more power or less power for that ricochet? Dang it. I need to back up a little bit, I think, for that jump. Okay. No! I need to scoot forward for that jump. God dang it. Okay, okay. We've got this. I just have to be careful. I just have to be so careful. Okay, it's fine. We can definitely, if I can do the recovery jump, we can try again. Okay, hop here. Alright. Walk forward, jump this way. Okay, and then this stupid recovery jump that I freaking hate. But we made it. That's fine. Okay. I will get back. I will get back. It will be no problem. Oh my gosh, did you hear the MapleStory Classic beta is, or like, is it closed beta right now? Is happening? Exciting. Are you guys gonna play some MapleStory Classic when it comes out? I'm considering it, like, heavily. Oops. Like, I played so much MapleStory when I was, like, when it came out, when I was younger. And I am excited to see if the nostalgia, you know, still holds true. Nope, did not make the jump. Alright, that's fine. The cursed recovery jump. It's okay. We'll make it back. But yeah, I heard the closed beta is either happening soon or already starting. And I think for closed beta, like, participants are people who, like, went to a convention. They had, like, sign-ups or something. I'm not, like, 100% clear on the details of how people got to sign up for closed beta. I'm so jealous though. There was also like an on-site, like in-person beta, like test play, I guess, where people who were close enough to like the Nexile headquarters got a chance to like go in and play for a little bit, for like a day. I think that was the like time frame for that. I'm so jealous. People are saying maybe it'll come out by the end of this year or maybe next year in April. So, I mean, I keep hearing of news. I'll be sad if it's gonna be next year in April, but I mean, what can we do, right? So, really excited though. I don't even know, like, I feel like I never got to the higher levels in MapleStory. I think I was like max level 1 or level 70 maybe, not even 100. Maybe level 70. I think I was a healer. I think I went healing. Initially, I think I leveled up lightning stuff, but I think when there was the branching paths, I ultimately went, oops, healer, if I remember correctly. Okay, perfect. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Nice. And we will do perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna try to jinx it, but I will say I'm very proud of myself for being so consistent today with getting to area 3. I don't know if, you know, like, maybe today my fingers are just really vibing on getting out of area 2. Maybe it's like a rhythm thing today, right? But it just has been a really good run today of like recovering and getting back here to practice. Because this area is really difficult and I'm so confused how to do that one jump that's coming up. It doesn't help that these areas are like freaking narrow as heck and I'm scared. Shit. I should overjump that. I should overjump if I'm not sure. But yeah, like the space for some of these jumps are so narrow. It worries me. Okay, I gotta do my best. I gotta do my best. Okay. Oops. Okay. Nice. Nice. Full jump here. Alright. It is past 9. Oops. It is past 9 and I said I would kind of end around here because I am getting kind of hungry and I need to make dinner for myself. I think I'm gonna do some rice with like a fried egg. So let me just get back to area 3 first. Just to find a nice place to park ourselves for this session. And then, okay. Nice. I didn't have to do too much there. I thought I was gonna fall. Okay, so we're gonna find a nice little place to park ourselves. I'm gonna close Jump King now, and then I'm gonna go make some rice with fried egg. Late night dinner date? No, I'm just frying an egg. If someone called you now at this time and was like, pho, my treat, would you go? Oh, hell yeah, I would. Absolutely. Plus, it's pho. I love pho. Please, my dream. I know. Anyone want to take me out to eat pho, like right now? Especially if they're treating, absolutely. Plus, like, I don't go to bed till like 1 or 2, so it's still for me early evening. You know what I mean? So, if I were closer, I would. My ENFP friend. All right, let's go say hello to a friend today. Who can we raid into? Same here. Pho hangout, all of us. That would be so fun. I would love that. Thank you for stream, princess. Oh, whoever we raid into is not invited to Pho. Thank you guys for hanging out. I super appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting eepy. I gotta go splash my face. Let's raid into Atra is live. And if you guys don't know, Atra hosts a podcast. And for the month of May, his like sex positivity podcast changes into AAPI podcast with topics that kind of, you know, cover a large range of topics that affect Asian American Pacific Islanders in kind of like almost everywhere. So I will be returning on his podcast again next year or next month. I love that he uses his platform. He's honestly such an incredible man. He uses his platform to like uplift the voice of others, and I think, you know, like I want more people like that in my life. So let's go say hi to Atra. Let's give him some support. You guys, I wonder what his favorite food is. Maybe you can ask. But remember, duo, the important question is not what, like, not his favorite food. He can be answering anything. The important information is why it's his favorite food, okay? The why is really important. All right, you guys. If you are not following him, give him a follow so that, you know, the next time he goes live, you guys will be notified, especially if it's for the AAPI podcast. As always, you guys, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others, because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Get up and stretch your legs every once in a while, because if you don't, you might get an embolism, and then you'll die, and then we'll all be really sad, you know? Like, think of how you would face your mortality. It's not a great, you know, we don't want that. If you are a subscriber, go ahead and copy either raid message. Both will work. We are raiding into my friend Atramentum stream over on the Twitch side. If you are watching on the YouTube side, I super appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging. Love Jump King. So if you love the yappins and the jump-ins, you're more than welcome back. Make sure you click that button to subscribe to me on YouTube and, you know, be notified of the next time I go live. We are playing some Chrono Trigger tomorrow, so come for that. And then Love in Deep Space on Thursday. Alright, say hi to Atra for me. I love you guys. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bad bugs bite. Be nice to Atra. Bye.